Hello everyone, and welcome to week 2 of our summer reading program, Junior Crafts. I hope you guys have your bag ready. Going into your bag, make sure you have your yellow instruction manual. We're going to go through this with the video, but this is good to have as reference. We are going to be doing week 2, which is our Bat or Moth Automaton. And that should also be in your bag in week 2. Okay, let's pull everything out and get started. All right, so in our bag, we have a bat set and a moth set, and we have one clothespin. So you are going to need to decide which one you would like to do. In the example, in our instructions, I've done a bat, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a moth in the video. Hopefully that will all come together. If you have an extra clothespin at home, you can of course make both. All right, let's start with our moth pieces. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut these out. Or color them first. It depends on which way you want to do it. If you color them first, then if you get outside the lines, you don't have to worry about it because you'll just cut it away. That's usually how I like to do it, but do whichever way feels best for you. All right? So we've got all of our pieces cut out. Now we're going to grab our clothespin, and we're going to take piece number 1, which is going to be the body, whether it is the bat or the moth. We're going to start with that one. So we're going to center it onto our clothespin so we know how it's going to sort of sit, and then we're going to glue it on there. So we're just going to put a good amount of glue on there, and then I'm going to press that right down. Okay, now this is going to get to the interesting part. So we have our pieces 2 and 3, and they have dotted lines on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold on those dotted lines, and we're also going to, this part here is eventually going to be part of the wing. So we're going to color this a little bit, actually the color of the wing as well, so that it will blend in once we do that. All right, so now this part here is going to match up with the body of our moth. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put some more glue on the side here, and I know it's going to cover up some of our coloring, but it's going to be so cool in the end. Okay, so we're going to smooth that on, and we're going to fold that back. And we're going to take piece number 3, and we're going to do the same thing, but it's going to face the opposite way. We're going to put glue on this side, and we're going to place that together so that it lines up with the body that is underneath. All right. Okay, so we have our wings. And now that it's cut out, we might want to also put the color on this side here. I'm going to do that real fast before we glue it down. So we've got our wings. We're going to fold them down that dotted line, just like we did with the other ones. and it depends what side you want to be glued into this middle here. So we're going to again spread the glue. Might need your finger to just help get that glue where it's supposed to go. Okay, and we're going to set the wings right down in the middle. This might be a little bit tricky. If you need to ask for help, go ahead and do that. All right, so we've got our movable wings. So our last step, and this might be the trickiest part, so bear with me guys, is we have this strap here. You can color this as well if you want, because it is going to attach to your moth or bat. So coloring it might make it a little bit less obvious. Okay, and again, there are some dotted lines, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold that on both sides. And then we are going to set this so that the middle of the strap is going to get glued to the middle of our bottom of our clothespin. And then the parts that we just folded, we are going to attach to the wings when they're kind of in an upright position. You can also use some tape for this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use some tape because it's going to mean that we don't have to wait for it to dry for me to show you how this happens. But you can also use glue if you prefer how that looks in the end. So we're just going to take some of our tape and make sure that the wings are as upright as we want them to be. And the other side. And I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the bottom because my glue is not quite dry yet, and I want to show you guys how cool this is. Real little pieces of tape. Okay, so now we have our butterfly on our clothespin, and when we open and close the clothespin, the wings of the butterfly will flap, or the wings of the bat, if you made the bat like I did earlier. I don't know about you guys, but I think this is such a fun and cool project. I hope that you enjoyed making it with me, and I hope that you guys are also remembering to record your reading minutes so that you can win fun prizes and get cool badges. And I hope that you will come with me again next week when we do our 3rd week craft. All right, hope to see you then. Bye guys.